Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? This is getting insane. So Bed Bath & Beyond stock is up around 40% right now. You heard that right, 40%. And earlier in the day when it was at 15.5 cents, it was up over 50%. Yeah, so it's getting pretty crazy. We have a lot to go over in this video. We're going to break down the stock, Bed Bath & Beyond stock, and we're going to go over what I'm doing with the stock. And later in the video, if we have time, we'll break down the overall stock market, which right now is not looking nearly as good as Bed Bath & Beyond stock is. We have all the indexes pretty much in the red. We have the Russell down 1.3%. Well, okay, the Nasdaq's at break even, but we have the S&P 500 down 0.5% as the Dow's down 0.9%, and we have the VIX up almost 10% so far on the day. So jam-packed video today, guys. If you all find value, hit that like button, make sure to subscribe, and don't forget to get up to 15 stocks for Moomoo. Link down below. We'll talk more about that later. And now, cheers, guys. Let's dive right into the video. So again, at one point, Bed Bath & Beyond earlier in the day was up over 50%. Let me see exactly how much it was up. So we closed at roughly 9.8 cents yesterday, and we got all the way to, what was it, 15.5 cents? Yeah, we were up 58%, almost 60% at around, what time was that, 11 a.m. here on the East Coast. And since that point, yes, we have sold off a little bit, but no doubt about it, in my eyes at least, the bulls on the intraday chart here are still in charge. If I draw this trend line out, you're going to see, we're still clearly holding an uptrend here, and you can see if I get the oval tool out, we're at a higher low literally right now as I'm making this video. You guys can see, again, this is on the intraday chart. We're holding the uptrend, and at the same time, we are making some lower highs throughout the last couple of hours. You guys can see here, again, we're making that uptrend, higher lows, but we're making lower highs as well. So we hit 15.5 cents. We also hit around 15 flat. And now we're actually failing at the moving averages on the intraday chart, which who knows how this will play out over the short term, but we're just breaking down what it's looking like right now. We're failing at about 13.9, roughly 14 cents right under the moving averages, which is putting us at another lower high. So at this point, guys, again, we're in this wedge on this intraday chart, and we're really waiting on direction. At least that's what I'm waiting for. And, you know, to me, it seems like the bulls are still clearly in charge. You guys can see that right here. So right off the bat, I'm going to set my alert at, let's say, 14.5 cents. Let me do that now. Mark is at or above 14.5 cents. And the reason why I'm doing that is because that would put us, if we break out of that point, that would put us A, above the wedge, and B, back over the moving averages to a point where we could start building momentum back towards the highs from earlier in the day today, again, being at about 15.5 cents from 11 a.m. on the East Coast. And then if that level were to break, let me actually set my my second alert at the intraday high from today. If that were to break, we can get even more upside from there, and we can start moving at that point on the 20-day chart, maybe towards the main moving average at that point being around 20 cents, right around the 180 SMA. So I'm sticking to that, guys. If we break past the intraday high today, initially we could go to 20 cents. Then if that were to break, now we're talking an even bigger move coming around the corner. And I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but I'll tell you right now, we are now breaking out of the 50 SMA for the first time in about 2 weeks, since the 21st. Actually, no, even before that, since the 19th, 20th of April. That's the last time we were above the moving averages, and that's where we had, or at least the 50 SMA, and that's where we saw a big move back towards the mid 50s. You guys can see we hit 56 cents on the 19th, and pretty much, the 20th, that's the last time we were above, like I said, the 50 moving average. So we are starting to see a big move in Bed Bath & Beyond, and of course, the ticker is not BBBY anymore. It is now BBBYQ because they're in the process of, Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and whenever a company is going through bankruptcy, they add a Q at the end of the ticker, and you guys probably know at this point, they've been delisted off the Nasdaq exchange, which now they're trading over the counter. In other words, the OTC markets, which essentially is the wild, wild west of the stock market. There's way less regulation. There's way less, liquidity. And of course, stocks that are trading OTC, they're way more prone to making massive moves, which is what we've seen here in Bed Bath & Beyond stock. I mean, yesterday morning, guys, it was at 4.5 cents. and today it got to pretty much almost 16 cents. So essentially it went up hundreds of percentage points in the span of a little bit over 24 hours. That is a very, very big move. And of course, you guys know that I'm in this stock still at 41 cents average cost, which at this point, guys, I feel like I could break even at some point, maybe even make money based on my average cost with the way things are moving right now. And of course, if I don't make money, I mean, I'm already down like 70% at this point. So, if I don't make money or if I lose all my money, it's okay because that's the risk I took. I knew that heading into it, but by the looks of it, it looks like it could go back towards 40 cents, maybe even higher, especially if we break that 15.5 cent level and that 20-day, or rather the 20-cent level, which is on the 20-day chart. It's again the 180 moving average resistance on this time frame. So I feel like, and a lot of people in the comments were saying this, they were like, Stas, you could probably break even on your 41 cent position. And I'm like, you're probably right. And by the looks of it, guys, getting to that level, 40 cents is it's in the cards, at least as of now. And of course, guys, this is not financial advice. I don't know where the heck this stock's going to go in the short term. So don't buy or sell or do anything based on these videos. I'm just kind of thinking out loud. And to play devil's advocate here, we are seeing some resistance at around the 50 SMA on the 4-hour time frame, which is why you have to peel back the layers a little bit sometimes and look at the larger time frames, because each time frame tells pretty much a different story. And in this case, guys, BBBYQ is seeing resistance around the 50 SMA on this time frame, which is actually right around 15-16 cents. So that level needs to break. So we have to break 15 cents, 15.5 cents, and we have to then break roughly 17 cents. I'll put another alert there. Now markets that were above. Then if that were to break, going back to the 20-day chart, we could start going towards 20 cents. Then that level is going to be, again, a big sticking point. So on the intraday chart, guys, watch out for the wedge. Let's see how this plays out in the very short term. Of course, this is very volatile, so by the time you're watching this video, this could be a lot lower. This could be a lot higher for all we know. We shall see, guys. And by the way, if you haven't gone up to 15 stocks yet for Moomoo, what are you waiting for? Use that link down below. Once you open up an account, you get 1 free share of stock, and if you deposit at least $100, you get 4 more stocks, totaling 5 stocks. And if you deposit at least $1,000 onto the Moomoo platform, guys, you get 10 more stocks, totaling a whopping 15 free stocks. And of course, if you don't like the platform, it's not like your money is trapped in there. You can simply withdraw all your money and you keep your free stocks. And of course, it also helps out the channel, you using that link and all the links down below, guys. Again, I appreciate you guys as always, because this channel will not be possible without you. So let me know what stocks you get down below in the comments. And with that being said, let's quickly take a glance at what's going on with these indexes. So of course, we have the VIX up over 8%. Like I mentioned earlier in this video, we're seeing a nice pop in the VIX, and we have all the indexes down a good chunk now, except for the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ's actually going green right now. We have that up around 0.1%, and it looks like it's actually starting to reverse on the intraday chart. We are starting to take out the highs from earlier today, being around 11 a.m. That high was at about 317.50. Now we're at 317.75, so we're slowly starting to peak out of that point, which is good. And we have a golden cross. We're above the moving averages, and it's starting to head to the right direction, at least from the bullish perspective here, right, guys? And pulling up the 20-day chart, this is still not yet above 319, 320, which you guys can see we broke out of that a couple of days ago, which was good. Now we're back under it. That was resistance back in the beginning of April, towards the middle end of April. So we have to retake that point, retake the moving averages here on the 1-hour chart. And if we do, we could be making a move in the short term, very short term, to 322, maybe 323. Then if that were to break, guys, we could be going up even higher from there on Triple Q. Like I said, back in August, we hit around 335. That would be the next target, at least in my opinion. And on SPY, let me pull this up and see what's going on SPY. This is down 0.4% on the day, and this is not looking that great for the bulls, guys. The fact that we're under the 50 and the 180 SMAs here on the 4-hour chart, not the best sign. And now that we're heading to the lows from the end of April, not a good sign either. You guys can see in the end of April, we hit around 404, 405. Now we're at 406, guys. I'm telling you, if we break that level from the end of April, this selling could pick up pretty aggressively, in my opinion. And, well, at that point, we could be going 390s again, maybe even lower. Time will tell, guys. Make sure to subscribe because we do updates every single day here on the channel, not only on Bed Bath & Beyond stock, but the overall stock market as well. So again, subscribe, hit that like button, and don't forget to get up to 15 stocks from Moomoo and 12 stocks from Webull, link down below. And check out my Patreon if you guys are interested. If you want to be a part of the Discord chat, you want to see me build out my Patreon portfolio, which I did buy more stock in that portfolio today. And if you want to be a part of, the community in general, see my posts and charts and ideas throughout the day, have access to me throughout the day, more access, all that's on Patreon, link down below. Check it out. You won't regret it. And with that being said, cheers, guys. I'll catch you in the next video.